Oh
Uh-oh.
man, I had like 4 hours of sleep last night. It was brutal.
And we're live. Yeah, I know I
Why
could relate.
only 4 hours?
Hi everybody.
Hey, how's it going? So, yeah, as you were saying, you only got a few hours of sleep, huh?
Yeah, I got like 4 hours of sleep last night because Mongo, my cat, man, she was wanting to go outside really badly, and she's been doing it the last few nights, waking me up at approximately 3:30 in the morning to be let outside. And so I decided to put my foot down and not let her outside, which caused her to meow all night long. And I could not sleep.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So if I don't lick myself, that's probably why.
Uh-oh. Yeah, and here's the other one I transplanted into the thing, too. I
Oh, it's
mean,
looking good.
this one's like starting to get that extra growth in there, but roots are doing pretty well in this one.
Those are looking great.
Yeah. But I got like a handful of other ones that I'm waiting to see bounce up. Uh, wonder how this guy's doing. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, this guy's still trying to bounce back. Little guy, but not. I mean, he's taking his time to come back. Eh, that's the sorry looking roots.
Still new
But,
growth.
yeah,
Yeah, they're not brown.
yeah. I mean, at least it's getting there. But I'll probably have to try to increase the light dosage with this guy. Not getting the most optimal light, but he's getting overshadowed. You know. Eh, uh, uh,
My stuff's all been doing good. It's been sitting outside for the past handful of days. It really
nice.
got beat up by rain for a couple of days, and it's been overcast, and they got too much water in the cups, but I do have good drain holes in them, so at least they're draining out and they're sitting on concrete, so the concrete kind of absorbs out a lot of moisture as well. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well,
it's been wet
plus
here
side about the concrete.
coming
Plus side
for
about the concrete is
I
at night it
figured
retains a little bit of the
the
ambient temperature.
weather, the temperature was nice enough. I just decided to let them stay out there. They're gonna have to get exposed to rain eventually.
Yeah, it was beautiful here today, man. It was like plus 20 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit for the Americans, but for here it was a beautiful summer day.
That dang metric system.
I really got tired of dragging them all in and out.
Yeah. Man, this purple scorpion is really getting that water.
Hi.
Like, real.
Yeah, that's the sound. That's the sound all night long from 3:30 on until I
Yeah, it
had to
gets
go to
good.
work at 7.
I'm sure that it surely
Um,
gets right in your ear too.
oh yeah, no, it's no remorse. No remorse at all.
Yeah, they'll probably get like an inch from your ear, like, rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fungus gnats.
Huh?
Oh, I just saw a fungus gnat. I clapped at it, but I missed.
It's not the clapper. Uh, but, but
So you
yeah,
guys
I
got
don't
some
know.
presents, didn't you?
Who?
You guys got some presents, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. Got this guy. Haven't opened it yet,
What's
but
up,
I was
everyone
tempted.
in the chat?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't
present
see the chat because I'm just
right
running this
here.
off myself.
Let me see if
Yeah, I was tempted to open it, but I
very
didn't open
hot
it.
s'mores.
Well, I said that just in case. I figured, just in case, as it was crossing the border, if somebody confiscated it and then decided to have a snack, I didn't want to get, sued or something like that.
I already got
Man,
mine
look,
open, but I
man.
haven't
I think
opened the
if somebody at
contents.
customs would have done that, I think they would have done that on their own free will. They would have deserved to get that if they would have been like, "Oh, I'll just open this and have at it."
Yeah.
Well,
Would have served them right.
right? He would have been eating about like a half hour later. He'd been laying at work on the floor, like, "Oh."
Lying down with a belly bomb.
Right. Alrighty. Yeah, that would have been funny. I would have probably been a co-worker or two of it. Probably got that on camera.
That would be something to see.
Yeah.
This thing's like
Alright,
a little brick, Alex.
Hey, you guys know I like to package my stuff really well. I like to make sure that it gets there as fresh as possible anyway.
It looks like there's about 17 layers of saran wrap on this.
Hey, part of the fun is unwrapping the present.
Yeah, well, that'd be no different than a crispy.
Exactly. It's wrapped exactly like I did the Krispies.
Yeah.
A couple of yards of saran wrap.
Right, you probably spent more on the saran wrap than you did
On the shipping.
making the crispy. Ooh, I smell it. Smells like s'mores. Smells like graham cracker.
Yeah, golden grams. I used golden grams.
What's up, everyone in the chat?
I was
What's
about
up,
to say that.
Charles? What's up, Scott? Hey, Chad.
Hi, everybody. I can't see the chat because I'm just running this off my phone, so.
Oh, okay. All right.
Did you say Charles was in the chat?
Yes.
Oh, he's one of the guys that already had one. He had it on the Rev stream. I call it the Rev stream.
Charles is in the chat. Scott Pippett's in the chat. Chad DeWatt. Oh, Mira does.
All right. All right. I'm still unwrapping this thing here.
I haven't even started the unwrapping process. I guess I should start.
Well, I'm just unraveling it.
Well, I remember when I sent out the Rice Krispie Squares, one of the guys, I think it was Trollforge. I'm pretty sure it was Trollforge. He was lucky enough to have a pocket knife on him, so he just cut through the layers and got right to it.
Yeah, I could have done that too, but I didn't come. I got a pair of scissors and they weren't cutting through it too well.
That takes away from the fun of unwrapping it.
Just like a Christmas present.
I'm getting closer.
You're getting there, buddy. You're getting there.
I've hit gold. Golden
There we
grams, that is. It smells hot.
Well, I used a little bit of powder in it.
A little bit, huh?
I saw.
Yeah, I think that was
A little of this and a little of that. And
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah. I
You
wish I still
gotten
had
to
one.
the center of yours yet, Brando?
No, I haven't got to the center of the Tootsie Pop. Oh, yeah, I got it.
I've got mine fully unraveled now.
There it is. It's still one piece.
Yep.
Oh,
It
no,
looks really good. It's got a
Oh,
lot
they
of
are.
chocolate in it.
Yeah, no, it's got great flavor. It has tons of flavor.
Awesome.
Like the really cool part was using the golden grams instead of just like graham crackers, using like golden graham cereal. Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I got the idea from a granola bar. The wife brought home some granola bars, and some of them had like golden graham cereal in them, and
Oh, okay.
that's where
I've
I got
seen
the
those
idea.
like that.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen
yeah.
stuff like
So
that.
that's kind of
Looks
where I
like a
got the
cereal
idea.
bar.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
like a
seen
cereal bar.
Yeah.
I'm ready whenever you are, Brando.
What's up?
I'm ready whenever you are.
All right. Just give me a second.
Oh, I'm sure you two guys are going to handle it like champs. I think you guys are the two that are very well known for being able to handle your heat.
Well, you used a lot of scorpion powder in this. I watched it.
Yeah, I used a little bit of scorpion powder. Had some random cayenne powders that I found. I put in some of my homemade Alberta pepper powder, and can't remember if I put in chili flakes or not.
Excuse me.
I don't remember what all you put in there, but it was a lot.
When I made the Rice Krispies, I put in a bunch of sauces into it, and one of the people well, actually, a few people who ate it were like, "Yep, this tastes a lot like hot sauce." So I tried to get away from putting in any sauces, so I stayed away from the very hot sauces that I have for putting it in there.
Yeah.
So I decided to go just with powders. And originally, I was going to try to like find a way to cook in fresh peppers, but then I figured if the amount of time that it takes to cross that imaginary line, I figured they probably would have gone bad, so I didn't really do that.
Just give me 1 second.
Powders are definitely the way to go as far as making spicy goodies.
Yeah, I want to do another cooking video because I always have such a blast when I make those. But I'm kind of running out of ideas on like dessert style cooking videos, like the kind of thing that I could wrap up and send out to a couple people as well, right? So like the whole chocolate covered pineapple thing isn't really gonna make it across the border. So I don't know. I gotta think about some ideas. If anybody in the chat has ideas, I'd love to hear it.
I've got some ideas, one of which I'm going to try to figure out doing here sometime soon. I don't really want to give it away because I've kind of got my heart set on doing this one idea that I got, but I've got some ideas. I'll have to think on it, but I'm sure I could come up with a cool next treat for you to make.
Awesome. I look forward to hearing about it, man. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking of making like I mean recently JT did the nuts and the what did he call it? The atomic brownie? Was it called the atomic brownie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of want to I don't know, I really want to find something that's unique and something that hasn't been done by anybody else, at least recently anyway.
Well, something that hadn't been done by anybody else recently that you could make completely unique, depending on what you put in it, would be some type of a cookie. I mean, I know that some people have made cookies, but the possibilities for different types of cookies are basically endless. So cookies might be a decent idea.
Spicy macadamia nut.
Oh,
Spicy
that'd be
macadamia nut would
awesome.
be so good.
That would be awesome.
Oh yeah,
You can't go wrong with macadamia
with
nut.
with spicy white chocolate in it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know how
that'd
to
be
make spicy
awesome.
chocolate. That's another thing I'm gonna have to learn how to do.
Yeah, I mean, macadamia nut would be a good one. All right.
Are you eating it already? I see you chewing on something.
I actually was like touching it and I broke off a little piece and I didn't think about it. Whoops.
Brenda's scared.
Well, you know, Brando has a hard time with those bell peppers. He's always
I
saying
know
he
they're
has a hard
very
time.
intense.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a hard time with those, man. You know, those just tear me up.
Well, I'm
But
good
yeah.
to go whenever.
Get it done,
Whenever.
man.
I guess I'm
All right.
just gonna attack one of these corners.
Yeah. Hey, you want to see flakes in there?
I
I'll see a
think
chunk.
I think that I put some flakes in there.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, it was just like, you know, store-bought red pepper flakes, so nothing too fancy.
Oh.
I tried to get a corner and it broke off almost half of it. It broke like across in a line.
That
That was a lot to chew in one mouthful.
I'm getting anxious to see mix of the flavors from the spices.
It definitely has a lot of flavors going on.
Yeah.
It's a very pleasant flavor.
Did you add any salts in there?
Salts?
Yeah.
No. No, I didn't put any kind of salts in there. But there's probably
never
some in the
mind.
cereal, I imagine.
It's just like I'm getting like a mixture of different flavors. One of them, oh, what is that? Oh, what is that? Oh, I know that flavor. Yeah.
I'm down to my last bite.
Wow, you guys are just plowing through those.
Here we go, Alex.
I brought a bunch into work, and there was no coworker that was able to have more than a bite. I mean, they weren't chili heads, and I did warn them. I did warn them that it was very, very hot. But as soon as they took a bite, most of them just spit it out. One guy finished his bite, but refused to have more.
The heat's starting to build on it. It's got a lot of tongue burn and just all over mouth burn. It's all kinds of different things reacting in my mouth all at once.
There's a bunch of different
It's
kinds
really
of
just making me salivate a lot. It's not too bad. I mean, it's a really enjoyable burn, but it's just like an all over mouth burn. Which I enjoy that. I hate when it creeps down the throat. It's not really getting my throat. It's just attacking right in the front of my mouth.
Yeah.
Alex, that was a good one. That was a great idea you had too. And thank you for sharing them.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. You know what? There's one guy that didn't get his yet. Trollforge, who incidentally lives in Canada, So there was no imaginary line for it to cross other than like provincial borders. And he still hasn't gotten his, so I'm actually a little bit concerned that it's forever lost in the mail. Because that should have like it takes like a week to mail across Canada, and it's been a couple weeks, I think. So.
Maybe somebody got curious.
Hey, you know what? Maybe that guy at the border actually did end up having one. I'd love to see the look on his face.
Yeah, one of these times you're going to like hear about it, like on one of his accounts somewhere on social media. Guy instantly regrets opening up mail.
Parcel thief, instant regret.
Hey,
That's what
Brando.
it's called.
Oh, awesome.
I'm gonna have one of these to wash it down with.
Hey, Alex, check this guy out.
Oh, what is it?
This
White
one's,
tie?
no, it's sangria.
Sangria.
Yeah,
It's a nice looking
sangria.
plant.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, this one kind of just popped up like this. I have it in a pint-sized container.
Oh, really?
A lot of times, they're normally that rainbow color, you know, like the reds, purples, and all that kind of stuff. But
So like
but I get different phenols and colors. A lot of times they'll start out that white cream color, then shift to this color, that purple kind of.
yeah, the sun blemish kind of color.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like Chinese five color except Thai style.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. These ones stay more compact and can get a little bushy, but this one's looking like almost half bonsai almost.
Hey, you should make that your competition bonsai plant.
I don't know, maybe.
That would make a cool bonsai.
Yeah. But I was kind of half thinking about doing that with this one, this guy here.
What's that one?
This one's like one of my actually little off phenotypes of a little cross of mine.
Oh.
I mean, it's not an ultra hot, but
I like how it kind of has that like curve in the stem there.
yeah, it's kind of actually just did that on its own. So I don't see any pods just on it yet, but this little flower might turn into one. But we'll see when it gets there.
Yeah, I got 3 different kinds of my mystery plants putting out pods now, so the diagnosis time for them is now. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Got this guy here doing a little weird thing with the stem too.
Why are they doing that?
That's cool.
This one was actually flopping over before, but then I transplanted this. Then it tried getting up, but it just didn't quite straighten out. It just went like that.
Okay, I'm gonna have one like that. One of my Tibetan peppers. I put it into a little hydro setup, and it flopped as soon as I put it in there, and now it's starting to like grow back up this way. It's gonna have like it's gonna have scoliosis.
Huh? Yeah, we got this guy. He's coming along now. He was a little scraggler at first, but he's actually starting to look better. This one's a CPR.
Oh, okay.
The chocolate primo reaper. Yeah.
I got my my solo tomato that I let keep growing. I gotta put it like way back here for you to see all of it. But it's doing so bad. Like if you look at the leaves here,
yeah,
it's not like the top's looking great, but the bottom is suffering. But I mean, you know,
Yeah.
This plant is a victim of science.
Yeah, it happens though, man.
Still pretty amazing how nice it's gotten in that cup.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to get that long. I don't think I have my measuring tape with me, but I should measure that, see how long it's gotten. The one that I put into dirt, though, is doing the best. It's actually doing its best to touch that light. I keep having to move the light up for it. And the other one that I have over here, this guy, has got some roots that I could probably show. Not too many roots, but it has some.
Yeah, before you know it, it's going to have a lot more.
Oh, I bet. And it's gotten pretty big. Like, it's gotten bigger than the other one. The other one that's in the double cup, anyway.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't even have any nutrients in this water. It's just regular water.
Oh, there's a tomato plant?
Yeah. No, no
tomato
nutrients for it. Not yet, anyway.
Tomato plants are good for rooting really well. That's one thing I like about tomato plants.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I've never done any kind of hydroponic stuff before, so it's all a learning curve for me right now. I'm trying to just figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never done any before either.
I can suggest that if you try with the nutrients that you got, try like a half a teaspoon, mix it in with a gallon of water, then try pouring that in with some of the water that you got in there with that. Then kind of slowly increase the strength to it.
I also thought about getting a beta and putting it in there.
Oh, actually, that'd be a good idea. Good to experiment.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that way you won't have to worry about adding nutrients in that.
Yeah.
And it actually can feed off any kind of root debris and stuff.
I imagine I'd probably still have to feed it though, right? Like it wouldn't be able to survive solely off of the roots.
Well, no, probably not initially, but after a while, after roots get big enough, then I can see it doing that. Because they need more roots to feed on, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I might make a trip out to the pet store, see if I can get that going on. So I think
as long as you're doing experiments, you might as well. That would be an awesome experiment.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the Pepper Lab.
Yep. The plus thing about that is you can always, if it doesn't work out too well, you can always start more, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, if the fish dies, it'll always just be good fertilizer for my flower beds.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. You check out this guy.
Oh, look at the leaves on him.
Yeah.
Those behemoth leaves.
So I got it in a pint-sized container. Yeah. And yeah. I know this guy's not ready to be put outside. The leaves aren't strong enough. But this has been meaning to be put in a bigger container. The roots are coming out the bottom, but I'll show you. But it's got some moisture dripping out the bottom, and I want to drip it all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward
I'm gonna
to
start working on planting some of mine here soon. I'm hoping that it lets up on the rain long enough that I'll get a good day to plant some stuff. But I've already got my gardens here at my house ready. I need to still fill some containers, but other than that, I'm going to be able to start planting stuff here in the next week or less, coming days.
Oh, I wish, man. I'm nowhere near ready. Nowhere near ready. I got a bunch of flower beds to build. I keep getting home from work and I'm like, yeah, gonna go build a bed, and then I sit down on the couch for like a minute, and then that minute turns into 5 minutes, and the 5 minutes turns into half an hour, and on and on. Doesn't get done. Not getting done.
Yeah.
How much longer do you think it's going to be before it warms up there, Brando?
Not sure. Maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah, hopefully it comes for you soon. It's been
okay.
later than expected here, but luckily it's sticking with warm weather.
This has been a messed up April, so.
Hey, Brando, is it the same for you as it is for me, where people generally put their plants outside on the May long weekend?
Yeah, it can be in May. It just really depends. So.
I guess you guys don't have May long weekend, do you? So that would be like May 18th ish, kind of. Yeah.
Well, it can be around Mother's Day here. I mean, a lot of times they consider the last frost date around the 9th. So, I mean, 9th of May, just to play it safe. But there's been times over the past couple of years, several years, that it's gone earlier than that, where we could be just fine with it. I mean, let's say, could be, I don't know, like about 5 years ago, like early March, late February, it just hit warm running, and it just stayed warm until like late November. So then it just like, I was like, man, I was able to go and just start all my plants outside, no problem. You know, just start some ultra hot, super hots outside, and next thing you know, it's just like I could have plants and go and produce no problem throughout the season. It was just like the season felt like it would never end. And now the past couple of years, it's just been like, nah, I teased you once before. I'm not going to do it for a long time. Like,
that sucks.
Yeah, we had an early season last year. I was actually able to get a lot of my plants out like at the beginning of May, which was really cool. Like May 1st was when a lot of my plants were going outside. So we got real lucky. Winter wasn't like we barely had a winter the winter before this one. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I could.
Yeah, I remember the winter before this one, people up north were all complaining about how the ice wasn't safe to go out on and ice fish until like January or almost February, and then it like started to break up not longer after that.
Yeah. No, it was short-lived ice fishing season, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. It's been so long since I've been even considered ice fishing. I mean, I can remember going when I was a kid, when I was younger, with with my family member and that. But I mean, shoot, we even had like snowmobiles on the ice, and there's at some points I swear I could hear some of the ice cracking a bit, and I was just like, nope, not staying in this spot too long.
Oh yeah. No, I love taking people who haven't gone ice fishing before, bring them into my tent. And then you know how the ice will like make sounds the whole time. So it'll go kunk kunk kunk. And like that'll be the ice cracking along, but it's just perfectly normal. Like it's not collapsing or anything like that. But they always, what's that?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get, I understand that point. I mean, when I was on the snowmobile, I like swear I moved, and then like I looked back at my spot where I rested for about a minute or so, and then looked back. I swore I seen like the little spot where the tracks was at. It looked like the little moisture was forming right there. I was like, I'm hoping I'm not seeing that right. So I just kept going.
Yeah, I miss snowmobiling. I had a little Bombardier 500, and I loved the little thing. It was super fun. And actually, the farm that I grew up on, it was my chore to shovel all the horse poop in the riding arena all the way into
Yeah.
the center. And so what would
Oh, so you
happen
got to
is,
play with some fertilizer.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'd pile this stuff up, and it would be like 5 or 6 feet tall. And then in the wintertime, when it was all frozen, snowed over, it was a perfect ramp, man. We'd hit that thing, and we would get so much air. It was awesome. We loved that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, ever since I like got into like a bit of a snowmobile accident when I was on it with my brother when we were young, when I was younger. I haven't been on it very many times since then. Uh, I mean,
We don't have
basically,
snowmobiles down here. We don't get enough snow ever to be a use to have one.
uh,
So you guys all
you're
do
missing
quads
out,
down
man.
there. Quads and trikes.
Yeah,
Yeah. We got ATVs instead, but that's about it. That and the ski-doo things for in the water.
Oh, the
yeah,
ski yeah. I've never been on one of those, but man, they look like fun.
yeah.
I've
Those could
never
be
been
fun
on
to
one
bounce off the
either, but
water.
they sure do look like a lot of fun.
I see guys like they'll hit a water crest, and then they'll like go down underwater and then like turn the nose upwards so that it just like shoots out of the water and then they land down again. I'd love to try one of those things.
Yeah, I'll probably have a little too much fun on some of those things, though. I mean, I'm sure the time will fly by really fast. I mean, you could start on next thing you know, you'll probably be on it like 5 hours later. But, oh man.
I'll be right back. I got to go check something out.
All right. I don't have any plants or anything in here to show with me today.
Uh, last night I stayed up for a while trimming the basil a bit and dried a few of the leaves out. Yeah. Might send some of that out to a few people, who knows, or somebody, because
That's cool. I can't wait to get this mammoth basil going and get enough that I can try some. It's starting to want to get taller, and I looked up under the leaves, and the leaves are so big it kind of shades out from the inside, but it's still wanting to branch out on the inside of it. So it's
yeah,
going to hopefully start to take off here soon.
yeah, I'm sure. I bet if you trimmed a couple of those lower leaves, it'll start branching out really good on you. I mean, and then by the time you put it out, it'll actually start
Yeah,
having other branches going. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's what I was
I
what I
might
was
end
doing
up
before.
doing that. I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer because it's still pretty short, but here before long, I might take a couple of the low leaves off. It's only got like 4 sets of leaves, but the leaves are huge on it.
Yeah, yeah, I seen some seeds from
Just a
mammoth
second, I'm
basil
actually gonna
before.
go grab a couple plants. I feel left out. I'm the only one without plants.
Well, I
Yeah,
got I got
what's up?
two lemon habaneros to show off.
Okay.
One is in the hydroponics and one is in the dirt, and I'm just gonna showcase how bad I am at the hydroponics. You guys can see this little guy right here,
Yeah.
that little fella, right? And then germinated at the same time, but grown in dirt is this fella right here.
Huh.
So I'm doing something wrong. You can see on the one that's in the hydroponics too that the leaves are turning yellow, and it's actually having a bad day. It really is.
I don't know. Uh, what have you been doing? I mean, like care wise for it.
Hardly anything. I put a
Oh,
bunch of water
okay.
in this container, put the net cup in. Um,
Okay.
I did give it the same nutrients as I use for watering my plants when I fertilize them.
Yeah.
So I just filled it with that kind of water, and but maybe it has too much nutrient. Maybe it's nutrient burn. I'm not too sure. I mean, it's got little roots
Well,
growing down there and stuff. So I
okay.
mean, maybe
Yeah.
it's just waiting for a big burst.
Yeah. How long ago did you put it in there?
Oh, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks.
Ah, there you go. It takes about that long for it to adjust, from what I heard.
Oh yeah.
Then it,
Oh okay.
yeah, yeah, because one of the ones that I showed you that I put in, or several of the ones I showed you, I put in there, and like they didn't react to or didn't do much for like the first few weeks, but then after like good 3 weeks, roughly, they started showing signs of new growth in the roots. So, so like yeah, just give it a little bit of time, and then next thing you know, you probably have roots similar to what I showed you on these ones I have.
Okay, yeah, because
So
I mean I have noticed some root growth on it. Like it didn't have these roots before.
yeah,
So like it had like one little strand that was getting down into the water, and that was about it. So
yeah.
I might be on the mend. It's
Let's
just
see.
those leaves don't look. They look bad. They look very unhappy.
Yeah, let me see. Like for example, this guy wasn't looking too shabby when I first put him in here. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
What's
it
that one?
wasn't
Which
looking
one's that one
too
again?
good. But
Yeah, those roots look great.
wasn't yeah, it wasn't looking good at first, but then now it's just like doing pretty well. And I don't have the water all that high in here. It's probably less than half full with the water nutrient solution,
Hmm.
and that's in this container here.
That Folgers can.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so I started getting into hydroponics, like trying to set up these cracky systems just so that I could have a grow up in the winter that
yeah.
was pest free, basically, right? So
Okay.
like no dirt, no breeding space for pests. So that was kind of my thought behind it. I'd really like to learn how to do it well. But I mean, I think it's just like
Yeah.
anything where you just keep trying and failing until you try and succeed, right?
Yeah. Just basically, just kind of watch and observe a few of the people in the communities and whatnot, or even just you can even type it on YouTube, and there'll be videos of it popping up on there. I didn't
Yeah.
really do too much of that, but I kind of, was sitting back and watching some of the people uh, on pepper lovers and other pepper or gardening communities, and seeing what they did. And I was just for like couple years, I was like, yeah, whatever, I was just like, I just even though I watched what theirs was, not until like this year I just kind of jumped into it. So I mean, I was just like, yeah, so I got the materials, and I got things at my disposal, so why not? So I figured I'd just with some of them, I'd just give it a try, and some of them responded rather well.
Yeah. Well, I was down at the local hydroponics store the other day, and they had this really cool setup where it was like 6 or 8 really big buckets with a line that went through them all and pumps and like it was the complete setup basically.
Yeah.
But that thing was like $800, man. 800
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah, it's kind of hard
Bucket.
to justify that kind of expense.
Well, I mean, you think about it, it's just buckets and a pump, really, right?
Yeah. And actually, you could get those kind of pumps at a fishing store or something like that, you know?
Well, isn't it basically the same thing that you use to like for fish in your aquarium?
More or less, some things, like you could get the pump part, yes, pretty much. But then you could just buy the little thing they call the air stone or whatever, and then that'd be like a little attachment to it. So,
Okay.
I mean, you can get like a cheapo one, or you might even be able to luck out and find somebody who has an old fish tank that they don't use or getting rid of, and they got the pumps and all that stuff. Then that can be used, you know. But I have seen people even taking a fish tank aquarium.
This is
Uh-oh.
I guess this doesn't come, or no, it does come with the airstone and the thing. I forgot it's inside of the battery compartment, but these things, these hush bubbles, are great little things for bait boxes, but you could also use them for that same purpose for plants. And let me see. I was going to say, if it takes a screwdriver, I may not be able to get into it, but the only downside to these is that they take batteries and they don't last for too long. So it wouldn't be an economical thing to use for a plant, but they do have, I know they've got solar powered ones, but yeah, it just comes with the hosing for it. And then it's got the little air stone in there that hooks up and drop it down. And this one takes, I think, like D batteries. It takes like 2D batteries. When you get them, it comes with the hosing and everything all like inside of the little battery compartment.
Yeah, I was, like when I saw that it was just 6 or 8 buckets that were just attached by tubing and had filled like a some kind of pump that just pushed the water through. Like, man, I could build that. I can make that. I could make that out of all the cat litter buckets that I've been saving up over the winter.
Yeah,
You
actually,
know?
yeah. I think I have seen something similar where people do that, and then like they'll take like extra hose for the runoff, and then kind of use like a recirculator kind of a thing. But that'd be something to do. That'd be cheap, and you can do it all yourself.
Yeah.
Get little hoses, maybe a little PVC piping.
Yeah, I work at a place that sells PVC, so that's the easy part for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I might have to start thinking about doing some experiments. I could probably go to the shop that's connected to the place I work and maybe try something like that, you know? But,
Oh yeah, that's the one you were telling me about the other day, right?
yeah. Yeah, they got a lot of hunting and fishing and stuff around there, so I could probably just swing by in the fishing area, maybe pick up a couple buckets, and then go from there. Get a few aerators. I don't know. Who knows? We'll have to see. But be something to think about.
I figure I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until I know that I'm successful with my crack key experiments. And if
Oh
I can
yeah,
do the
yeah,
basic hydroponics, then I'm gonna see if I can start building something like cool, right? Like something that I could run through the room and have stuff going everywhere. And who knows, maybe it'd be like Rev and JT Bear where they have like fish all set up in it and stuff like that. And yeah.
yeah. Actually, That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool to see something like that. I mean, if you do that, then I'd like to see how well you do on that, on doing that type of thing.
If I did it, I'd probably make some kind of series or something like that as I was doing it bit by bit and break it
Oh
all
yeah.
up until it was built.
Or an idea just popped into my head. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Did it hurt?
Yeah. Ow. Ah. No,
I
but
brought in a few plants with me. I
okay,
went out
cool.
and
Let's see
got
it.
some. Um, this one here is one of my yellow jackets, and it's doing really good. It's been super slow growing, but it's got a lot of nodes up under there. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up or not, but
Looks like
it's got
coming
a real
around.
nice looking top, and it's dripping wet right now because it's been raining outside in the past few hours. But I've got a couple of these that are about identical. I had to dig through because I've got everything labeled on the sides, and it's getting to where everything looks all the same. So I had to dig through to even find one of those to bring in. And then this is another one that I'm excited for this year, and it's got a
Yeah.
gorgeous color to it. I really like the purple that it has. I know the lighting in here probably isn't the best to pick up on this, but it's one of two. Yeah, this one's a peach gum tiger, and I've got peach gum and orange gum tigers going that both look about the same as far as plant structure and color and stuff. But it's looking nice. They're taking well to being outside, and they're nice and springy and doing good. The stems aren't real thick on them yet, but they're getting there. And then uh, this one actually isn't even that old, but it's really uh, just been taken off, and the leaves are getting fat on this one. But it's one of Kang's crosses. It's the Texas Crimson Bonnet.
Oh, I've got a couple of
And
those.
I just saw it when I went out there, and I was like, "Oh, that one looks nice," and I picked it up and realized what it was. But that one's planted probably a month after the other two that I just showed, and it's almost the exact same size. It just was a fast grower. And then the other plant that I brought in was that mammoth basil I was talking about. And just for reference, next to my hand, these leaves on this thing are enormous. And it's only on still like 3 or 4 sets of leaves, but those leaves are just gigantic on this thing. It's just taken off. It's still really short, but I don't want to bend the leaves too much to get up in there. But it does have some new growth that's popping
Yeah.
out on the nodes. I'm not sure if I should take a couple of these big leaves off or not, but I'm just
Well,
letting it
hey
do its
man,
thing for now. It's got a couple little sun spots on it. It didn't take too great to going from indoor to outdoor, but it's doing fine.
yeah, Rob. You'll notice that once you start trimming, doing any trimming on the basil, how fast they'll start growing back. I mean, at least I noticed that when I was trimming this Thai basil.
Well, I'll take off a couple leaves once it gets going a little bit more. It's only on its third set of nodes right now, I guess. I thought it's got the fourth set coming out, but they haven't really created nodes yet. It's got 3 sets of nodes up underneath, and all 3 of them have new growth that's popping out. It just hadn't done anything. So I might remove like the middle set of leaves on it which are the two biggest leaves. I might take those off eventually and let it go from there. It'll probably take right off.
That is one unhappy looking cat right now.
The cat's looking at you like, man.
Man, why you gotta do this to me?
He's like, just wait till you go to bed.
Yeah, just wait till you're trying to sleep because you want to go to work tomorrow.
I got you, man. I'll get you when you're sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah. Payback's a bitch, man. Hey Brando, what was the idea that hurt your brain?
Oh, dang nabbit. Shoot. A couple ideas went in my head at the same time. Uh, uh-oh. I lost track. So,
You know what? It's gonna come back to you at precisely 2:33 a.m.
right? But, yeah, I like this, how this guy's coming out.
That's looking
Oh
good.
yeah. Yeah, that's
I really
nice.
like that one.
Plan.
You said that's the Funky Mutant?
No, this one's actually one of my other crosses, but it's this one actually throws out a lot of different phenotypes. And oh, this one's already forking. Oh, okay. Well, it's all right. I'm not worried about that.
I just remember
but
that one because it's got the purple centers to the leaves with the green edges. I really like that. Those
Yeah,
leaves
super-
are really cool looking.
yeah, I'm liking how this one's turning out. But this one's actually get some really nice pods, and yeah, they just get some weird wild shapes. And maybe this year, if this season starts up pretty well, I can you know maybe get a pod review or something on this one. I think I may have done a video on it before, but I would have to check my memory cards and all that. So.
Well, have you had a pod from it yet? Like, do you remember eating one?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've had pods from a previous generation before. Yes.
What were
But
they like?
what's that?
What were they like? What were they like? The pods that you had before?
Um.
Were they clear white?
Well, they were actually pretty nice. They would. It's kind of hard to say
Is my
exactly
audio
what type of
gone?
shape. No, you're still here. I can hear you anyway. I can see your logo.
I can hear you.
Oh, now I can see your face.
See my face?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you guys sounded like the Matrix there for a minute, and then we came back. I tell you, man, every time I join a live stream, there's some type of technical difficulty.
Ah.
Me too. I have that problem also. It seems like the connection slows down and speeds up at times. Sometimes there's a delay, and then sometimes it's like right on point, and it can change like minute to minute.
Huh. Uh-oh. Got a little flower in this little guy.
What variety is
But
that one?
this is one of my cayenne type of varieties.
Cool. I was gonna guess that it kind of looked cayenne-ish.
But oh yeah, in regards to that one, when I showed you those multicolored, the pods can have like different kind of, almost like it looks like you can have the colors can kind of vary on it, and the shapes definitely do vary. Um, I've seen some probably about like that long, some of them probably about that long, you know.
Dang.
They just kind of even a little bit longer sometimes. They just get like kind of little, kind of bendy, twisty shapes. Just different. Oh, ow. And here's a sister plant. No, that's not a sister plant. It's just another variety. But this one, I definitely need to get this one out of here. I mean, some of all those pine containers. But it's already been flowering and all that.
That's getting big.
Yeah. Nice thick stem on them. It's already forked, but it is what it is. Hey, work with me, plant. Let's see. Nope. Yeah. No.
Okay, so the audio for me just went insane. You guys were completely unintelligible for me there for a while. Sorry if I wasn't responding to anything.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the way this live thing, the streaming kind of is being really wonky at times. But
It can be. It can be.
hey,
Man, that plant is just starting to
your hair's
take
turning green over
over.
there.
How in the heck are you going to move that thing out, Alex?
What's
It's
that?
getting huge.
This I don't know. I mean, I just it's wider than I can spread my arms. And I mean, I'm not a short guy or anything. So like it's really, really big.
Yeah,
That looks awesome.
what
It's
time-
really made a comeback.
Yeah, like I don't know if you can get a good view of it, but like the light is right. Wow. If I don't hit myself with everything. The light is right here. And the plant is like way out here. So it's kind of far away from the light. Like I'm actually holding the phone at the edge of the plant. So like half of the plant isn't even under the light anymore.
That's incredible.
And so, I mean, I'm loving it. I'm just so happy that I was actually able to grow a healthy plant. If only it would produce pods. It produced a pod once. And because it was the first pod, like it was supposed to be, this plant is supposed to be a butch tea, but I'm not too sure if it really is. I did a pod review as if it was a butch tea, but I mean, I've seen other guys' reviews of butch teas, people who have way better tolerance than I do, and they were, runny nose and teary eyes and just getting destroyed by this thing. And for me, I ate it and it was hot. Like, don't get me wrong, it was really, really hot, but it wasn't like they had. So I don't know if it's some kind of mutant or if like it was just the first pod off of it was weird or something like that. Not too sure, but I'm hopeful because it's so big that I'll be able to get like a crap ton of pods off of it this year. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah,
anyway.
did you say that you got the seeds from
If you
somebody?
can get that thing safely outside without breaking too many branches, it's going to take off. And I could see that
that's what I'm
thing
hoping.
loading up with a few hundred pods easy.
Yeah.
That would be pretty epic for me if it did. Brando, yeah, I got the seeds from a friend of mine in the PLC community. But he had like open pollinated stuff, so like nothing, and it was free seeds that he sent me. So I mean, I'm not going to complain about anything
Oh
if
no,
it's not really a butch tea or what, right?
You can't be free seeds,
Yeah,
But,
and I mean, you can't beat free seeds that turn into that thing back there. Like that's massive.
yeah. Yeah, I know. I noticed if it's supposed to be of a scorpion descent, scorpions are pretty big type of plants. So.
Yeah, Rod Todd Jeff's scorpion was getting pretty massive there till those aphids started decimating it. Did you see
Yeah.
his video that he released with that wasp that was eating the aphids?
No, actually, I missed that one.
I haven't seen that
Oh,
video yet. I'm way behind on my YouTube.
no, like
Yeah.
if you have to prioritize the videos that you're watching, you guys should check that one out because like it's this wasp, but he's just like crawling along the plant and just like going to town, annihilating all of the aphids. And the guy had such an aphid problem before that, he was getting a bit of a chuckle out of it, I imagine.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I
I
don't
think
know, man. Those aphids are something else. But
yeah, they can be. I got lucky. I got lucky. It wasn't aphids because aphids will like kill your plant, right?
no, they
Aphids will end
can.
up killing your plant.
They can. I mean, I've had like a season or two before, a couple seasons in a row. I would start some plants. The next thing I know, it's just like they're covered in aphids. I was like, I would be sitting there just, if I had that little sensor button, it'd be like beep 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 beep, beep, and then I took some of that spray that I got. It was probably for like $5 for a bottle of it, or pre-mixed. And then I just started spraying, and then just let it sit for a little while. It kills all the little bugs on the leaves and that. But then I found out you should like kind of wipe the leaves down after it dries a bit, so it can, be sure the pores on the leaves don't get clogged up or anything. And next thing I know, it would help. It would help a lot.
Yeah, I had some ants actually farming aphids on one of my peppers last year, and
Huh.
somebody told me to spray it with soapy water. So I did. I sprayed it with soapy water, and it took care of the problem.
Nice. But I could
I've heard of
suggest
people
that.
in Canada, especially, having trouble with ants farming aphids on their gardens.
Yeah, no, it's a really common thing here. Um, Unfortunately, I've got a couple hard to kill ant mounds in my yard. One actually ant nest was growing in my garden last year. In the corner of my garden is where they decided to make their dang home, man.
Uh,
And so that was a battle of epic proportions trying to get them out of there. The
you
problem
ever
is that
try?
ants will build little satellite nests, right?
Uh,
And if you threaten one of their
Meow, pay
nests, what they
attention to me.
do is they start. Yeah, I
Meow.
know.
uh,
Oh, Mongo, stop it. Um,
uh,
I oh. Oh yeah, ants. So they'll have little satellite nests, and if you kill one of their nests, what they'll do is they'll like really spread out and try to colonize a whole bunch of places because they start thinking that the place is hostile, right?
yeah.
So, like, oftentimes killing one nest is actually detrimental unless if you can find all of them.
Well, have you ever tried using coffee grounds?
No, no, I haven't. What do coffee grounds do to them?
I've learned a few years back that coffee grounds, ants hate coffee grounds. They really hate it. Um, I mean, even use coffee grounds, and even if you do like a little solution of mix the coffee grounds in some water, pour it out around there, and next thing you know, they're gone. They won't come back to that spot until like water rinses it away. But then you can just put it in there again, and then
Yeah.
they'll be gone. I mean, because and plus at the same time it works good for the soil because you kind of help fertilize the soil, and it won't kill your plants, but it'll make the ants not want to be around.
Okay, well, if I see them in that corner of the garden again, then they're getting the coffee treatment.
Yeah, you could try and
Eh,
give it a try. What's the worst thing? I mean, worst case scenario is like, okay, it doesn't have much effect, but plus side about it, it fertilizes the soil. So.
Yeah. And like last year, one of the ways that I was trying to get rid of them was boiling water and just pouring it on their mound over and over and over again all day long. and just hoping that like enough hot water would get down into the dirt to kill the queen,
Yeah.
but it was completely ineffective. I mean, it killed a lot of ants. Don't get me wrong; like a lot of them
Yeah.
were scalded to death, but
Yeah. Imagine being them looking up hot water. Ah! But yeah, I don't know. You can always just give that a try. I mean, pour some coffee grounds over the soil. Then, if anything, even make like a water concoction with it. Pour it over the soil so it can soak into the soil even better. And then put some coffee grounds over that. And then they should stray away from there. At least that's what I've noticed with them.
what about a pot of coffee?
Oh well, do that too, yeah. And then pour that pot of coffee on the soil there, and then put some coffee grounds for good measure over it. And then they should stray away from it. Because
All
I
right,
mean, I can say for in my experience with it is that when I put the coffee grounds and all that on the spot where I've seen them at, they would start just freaking out. They'd be like, next thing you know, they'd be calm. It wouldn't even be hot coffee grounds or nothing. It'd be like, the next thing you know, the ants would be first they'd be all cool, then they get the coffee grounds on them, then it's freak out, you know. And next thing you know, they're just scurrying around, freaking out, and then I go back about an hour later, if not less. I don't see the ants, except for a couple of stragglers here and there, but then all of them are pretty much not there. So, I mean, that's what I've seen. So,
I'm gonna try that. I also saw like some YouTube videos of guys who would like um inject the nest with dish soap. So like they'd get like
yeah,
they'd make like this giant syringe that went like deep, like a foot down into the nest, and then they'd inject a bunch of like hand soap, like a dish soap in there, right? Like Dawn, and apparently it floods them all out and kills them.
yeah, yeah. The soaps can cut out work as like a drowning, suffocating thing.
We get those big, huge fire ant hills here. I don't see them, luckily, not like around my neighborhood area, but you go off out in the country, out in some fields near wooded areas in certain spots, and I've seen fire ant mounds that, I mean, they're every bit of like 3 feet tall, just big, huge, giant mounds.
Yeah.
And if you go knock one of those things over, millions of ants just pour out of them.
Yeah, go jump on it.
Well, the
You were lucky up
worst is the ones that there's some that are big, huge mounds like that, but they won't really stick up far out of the ground. They might only be 2 or 3 inches up from the surface, and they'll be in a grassy area. And what happens is if you step down on one of those, your foot will just sink into it about 10, 12 inches. And I stepped into one of those one time and got just hundreds of them all over my leg. And it really was an unpleasant experience. Meow.
Oh, meowsers.
Yeah, I'm sorry. She's really talky. You guys give me a minute. I'll go. Noise. Who wants to go outside? You want to go out? Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
So what's up, Rob?
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
I might have to hop off here in a little bit. I'm good for right now, but I do got a couple things that I told my mom that I would take care of this evening around the house. I just want to try and get that stuff done before it gets too late.
Yeah, there's a couple things I'd like to. I probably should do around here too. A couple plants I should probably mess with. Maybe see about extracting some pollen or something.
That's cool. The only plant work that I'm going to do this evening is taking out the few that I brought inside, and then they're just going to do their thing outside. That's what they've been doing. It's so nice to just have them out there and not have to worry about checking them all day. Because when they're inside, it's a fine line between being fine and all of a sudden needing water. I got so sick of having to baby all those plants for so long, and having
Yeah,
them outside and just kind of check on them a time or two per day is so nice.
You're killing me, man. You're killing me on the inside. I'm just dying to get my plants outside. I'm just like, I want to get them out there. That's my goal, is to get them outside. And you're like,
yeah,
oh, it's so annoying having my outside plants.
yeah, man. I've been like lately, past so many days, I've just been sitting here like, man, I just want to get them outside so bad. I'm ready to be in the ground, but then at the same time, it's like I know it's still a while yet.
See, for me, the hardest part is hardening them off. If you have like a crap ton of plants and you need to harden them off, like trucking all of them outside and then all of them inside and then repeat, rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
That's just so time killing and so much work though.
Oh yeah,
That's
that is. I know that so well. And then after a while, I just was like, after so many seasons, I was just like, eh, I've had enough of that, doing that. And now, since I work a different shift now than I would normally when it comes around that time, normally past so many seasons, I'd be on second shift, so it'd be easier to do that. But now, since I'm on first shift, it's kind of hard for me to, be able to do that and take them back and forth inside during the day. So I'm just going to have to switch it up when I do it. I probably have like a method I'll have to go with and have not much of a choice about it. And I know some of the plants probably aren't going to react too well, but just going to have to see how it goes with some of them. But I already did have a couple plants outside for here and there for the past couple of days, and one of them actually did pretty well. It was actually that one I have even made a video of back in late December. It was a kind of a peach colored pod, and I sent some Brando spice made with some of that to Rob the other day, and it's actually doing pretty well. I mean, those are pretty tasty. But check out this little plant I got here. Got one of these little sports drinks bottles. But
oh, that's cool.
so this is a little guy. Yeah, I just put it in here within the past so many days. No roots have popped out just yet, but just have to wait and see.
Well, guys, I think I'm getting about ready to shut her down here, I figure.
All right.
Old man Alex needs his beauty sleep.
Yeah, I think I'm about close to that time too. I need to take care of a few things.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, man. It's just too bad I don't got one of those little shade cloths or shade structures like what Charles was just mentioning. But I don't really have a space for that too much around here. But yeah, yeah. I'm looking to see
I'm
forward to see.
lucky that the spot that I've been hardening off my plants at is in my backyard, and I kind of get about a hour, give or take, or maybe a little more sun that hits them, not directly, but pretty much directly in the morning. And then after that, midday, they're kind of like just under the overhang to where they're pretty shaded. Some of them have sun, some of them don't. And then in the afternoon, it comes through on the other side because I've got them on the in my backyard on the patio, but it's the north facing side. So the sun comes up over on the east side in the morning and gets them from there. And then it's shaded a little bit during midday sun. And then when it's setting over towards the west, they catch a little bit more sun also.
Yeah.
So that's been working
Nice.
out pretty good for me.
I was hardening off my
I
plants
wish I had a
all
shade
along.
structure where I could have them out in the open, kind of take them from where I've had them and stick them in the sun and just see how they react. But
Yeah. But I think what's up?
I was just saying last year when I went to go harden off my plants, I was pretty new to gardening and didn't know what I was doing. So I took all the plants, brought them outside, and just like set them on this table. And I'd come home at lunchtime during the hottest part of the day, and then put them in direct sunlight and leave them in direct sunlight until I got home from work. And then I bring them back inside.
Ouch.
And they still lived. Like, that's the crazy thing. Like, they still managed to survive it.
Yeah, I've learned one thing. I've learned that if you have a possibility of doing it another way, there's another way to do it where some people are actually catching on to doing it. Is that they'll take their plants out, but they have like a thing that kind of blocks the plants during the hottest part of the day. You know, when the sun's at the peak, the highest up, and it'll kind of give them some shade then. But if you give them you know, like the morning hours of sun and the afternoon hours of sun, they harden a lot quicker. But you know, then it can take less time from what I've seen. But that can kind of depend, given the situation too, because the sun can be a little more intense. Like say if you live in somewhere like Arizona or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it can vary depending on the little environment you live in. But yeah, so
I'm just happy the ones here seem to be taking to it pretty well, and I don't think I'm gonna really have any issues with them. I'm sure that they might be a little bit unhappy when they get stuck in direct sunlight, but they'll be all right.
oh yeah,
I feel like for having sat outside for almost a week, they're looking pretty good, so I'm not all too concerned about it. They're faring pretty well as of now.
Yo, it sounds like you have quite a little system set up for them too, right? Like just the perfect amount of light for them and stuff like that too.
Yeah, they're kind of in a little safe zone.
Yeah, I've kind of did this little thing experimenting with is like made my own kind of hydroponic you know, seed starting tray. It's kind of I took like one of these containers and your plants are looking nice, Alex, man.
Thanks. I'm just like moving the phone around so I get better reception.
Well, you get a good angle on the plants too.
There you go. Less me, more plant.
Yeah, yeah, that one plant's doing pretty well. I mean, all of them are doing good, but that one's just like, it looks like it's taking up most of the space there.
Oh, it's greedy. It's super greedy.
Yeah.
So what were you showing us about your seed tray there?
Oh, basically, I just got this like 6 quart clear container. I got it from for like $1 at one of those. You can get them about this size for a lot of some stores. It's probably only so big, but did a makeshift thing where you put like uh, 6 holes where it's got the little plugs in there or the sponges and that, and I'm using it as a makeshift seed starting tray, like a
That's
hydroponic
a
one.
cool idea.
Yeah, I figured I'd give it a try. I mean, what I got mostly in it right now is let's see, lettuce, cilantro, basil, and parsley, and one pepper plant. I'm just using that as like a experiment, really. Uh,
Nice.
so like what I'm actually using, the nutrients I'm using in there is the same nutrients that I got to go with my arrow garden thing. So um, since those nutrients do pretty well, I'm just trying some of the nutrients mixed in with a gallon of water here. Not at the same strength I put in the arrow garden, because the arrow garden's got this little pump in there that circulates the stuff. So um, since it's non-circulating, you reduce the strength a little just to be sure. Um, but yeah, I I can't guarantee myself how well it'll work, but here I'll do like a little peek at it. Eh,
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's a good little setup there, eh?
Yeah, just cut a few holes in it. There's about 6 of them on there, and then yeah, just got them going. But there's the Thai basil, and then the 5-gallon tote. I trimmed it back a bit so it's not as bushy. But
That's still looking good. I got
uh,
two types of basils.
what's that?
So I'm growing two different types of basils this year.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
that's looking really nice, Brando. Those are happy looking plants there, man.
No, they're getting a little crowded in here. No. This dang pineapple. But yeah, what kind of basil you got going on?
Me or Alex?
Sorry?
Both of you, I guess. That's an open question. I didn't specify, so it's
Only
an open
basil
question.
I got going at the moment is the mammoth basil. I might pick up some seeds for another variety or two because I do love to have around basil. I might even go to the store and pick up a plant. I noticed the other day when I was in there, I don't remember what types of basil they had, but even at the grocery store up the street, they had some nice starter basils, and they
Yeah,
were only like $2, $3 at the most. I might just grab one of those and start
yeah.
it.
I'll try looking at some of the dollar type stores around near you. Some of those places will have like where you can buy like 2 to 4 seed packets for $1.
Yeah,
Or
that
some.
mammoth basil that you have looks pretty epic, man.
Yeah,
I gotta
I'll
say, like when I
definitely
was
look
looking at that on
around
camera there, it
and
looks
see what
awesome.
ones I can come up with, but I just think that buying a little plant would be easy for a couple bucks.
Yeah, true. Actually, yeah. Now's around the time when they start bringing in the body plants and stuff. So yeah.
I
Well,
think
some
the ones
places
that were
don't.
at the store were Bonnie ones.
But yeah, then you can't beat free starter. I mean, cheap starter plants. You know. I mean, if you can go to the store and get some plants that are already started for you, awesome. I mean, every so often I'll catch myself getting
This
some.
mammoth basil was started from seed, though.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Yeah.
a purchased plant. I just figure that since it's already time to be planting stuff, I might save the time of starting seeds and finding seeds and stuff and just buy one of the ones they have at the grocery store. And I
Yeah.
got
You got
mint
plenty of time
and
to.
oregano and rosemary and parsley. Those are the ones I have going so far of herbs.
Yeah. Yeah. Now's the time. I mean, you can
Yeah, I
start
really like
collecting.
your basil plant. Sorry,
What's up?
Brando, you go ahead.
No,
Sorry, Brando, you go ahead.
I was just saying that you know, seed collecting can be started at any time, but you know, if you can get a plant that's already started, by all means, you know, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I just
But
wanted to.
I like starting my stuff from seeds mostly, but I do get a plant every now and then if I see something cool that I'm interested in getting. Especially I'm more get tomato plants and stuff. If I'm gonna ever get plants during the year, it's usually either some type of herb or tomato or something. I've never bought a pepper plant before. All the pepper plants I've ever had, I've grown from seed. Not ever once have I bought a pepper plant, but I just don't ever see any cool ones. I mean, if I saw some cool varieties for sale, then I would maybe buy a plant, but there just
yeah, man.
usually isn't anything but basic stuff around here, and I'm not
Yeah,
too interested in it because I
I
just
usually
start
when I go to
cool
the
stuff
store,
from seed.
I usually try to look around. Sorry if I was speaking over you at all, man. I didn't mean to. But um, but yeah, I usually just when I'm at stores, I just look around just to see if there's variety. And if there's something that catches my eye, I'll just be like, okay, I'll get that, you know. And then I go to local farms here or there too. I don't mind supporting the local farms, and they can have interesting ones. And local farm, a while ago, I got some Viper pods from, and they're pretty good peppers. And I had seeds from those, and I was giving those seeds out. Those are decent peppers. So
The Viper,
yeah. Yeah, yeah, I think I gave you some.
yeah, I've got one of those going. I'd started a few seeds, but two of them didn't come up looking very good. And I'd meant to start some more, and I never ended up getting around to it because my area that I had starting stuff just got crowded. And so I
Yeah,
figured I'd just be happy with one of those. But I do have one that's doing pretty good. It's still rather small, 3 or 4 sets of leaves, but it's alive and kicking. The ones from you that I have that are doing the best are the ones from that strange habanero pod that had the kind of scorpion looking
oh yeah.
like lobes with a tail to it.
Yeah,
And
that'd
I've
be
got
interesting to see.
3 or 4 of those, and they're doing good. They're actually starting to want to bud now.
Yeah. Yeah, have you guys noticed that some people have been posting that about getting golden ghost plants now and the bunny plants?
Oh, one of my lights went out. Sorry, Brando, what was that about golden ghosts?
What's up?
What was that about the ghosts?
I was saying that I noticed that some people have been posting about finding golden ghost pepper plants that are sold by Bunny, Bunny plants. Like,
Yeah, I'd seen a
certain,
post in the PLC for that.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, if I see some of those, I might grab one. I actually have a friend that works, or my friend's girlfriend works at a Home Depot here. I think it's Home Depot, not Lowe's. I know a lot of people say that those ones they find them at Lowe's, but I'm gonna ask her if they've got any cool stuff like that at the Home Depot.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see.
I wouldn't mind getting one of those if they had one of those. I figure that would be a cool plant to add in. I've already got so
Yeah,
many though. I don't need any more plants. And I
yeah.
got
I even
some
though I don't need
actually
it.
some of those sangrias popping up, and I got a couple different. One of them might be a Thai variety, and then one of them is probably a chili type variety that came from a friend of mine in Hong Kong that she sent me seeds, and then I've got orange Thai popping up, and then some other one. Um, I've got Ring of Fire and the Basket of Fire from you, Alex, actually are starting to finally pop up and break soil. So I've got another, I don't know,
Oh,
five
one
or
finally popped for you?
seven
Did one finally come
varieties
up?
that are coming up right now. And I was thinking about
Nice.
maybe dropping a few more seeds, but I'm going to kind of call it quits here soon. I really have a couple jalapenos that I want to start, and maybe different like cayenne type varieties. And after that, I'm calling it quits because I've got too many as is. Brando, are you still with us?
No, no, man. I'm not with you guys at all. No.
He's gone. He's gone.
Brando's not here.
Brando's not here, man.
Oh, man.
Well,
Yeah.
well, boys and girls,
Yeah, I guess I'm about
I think
ready to call it a night.
yeah, I'm about to shut her down here. My eyes are starting to close while I'm talking to you, so I should probably get going.
Yeah, I didn't sleep the best last night, and I've been up since pretty early this morning, so I'm gonna try to get to sleep early tonight. And I still got a few things that I gotta do around here, so I guess I'm gonna get started on that. That way I can finish probably about 30 minutes worth of some laundry and a couple other things.
Yeah, I've been up
Just
pretty
get
early
things
too.
going and then
So
get ready for
yeah,
bed.
I've been up since about 4 or something this morning. So, and yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
that's
Not
that's
early, but
ungodly early.
I got up at
That's
like
the time that Mongo was waking me up,
6
Brando.
a.m.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
really hopeful that my cat's gonna let me sleep tonight, man.
yeah. Yeah, I know, man. I hope you actually get some rest tonight, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but all right, yeah. I had fun trying that s'mores, and thanks for sending it to me, Alex, man. I enjoyed it, and have been enjoying seeing your plants here tonight as well.
Hey,
And
I got a quick question before we go though. Did either of you guys get the blueberry taste? did either of you guys taste the syrup that I put in there?
In the s'mores?
Yeah, in the s'mores. Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't notice any blueberry
Wait,
taste
did
to
you?
it. It did have something else going on. I couldn't pick up on what was going on in there, but there was all sorts of flavors. I really enjoyed it, though.
Yeah, I was getting lots of
That was a
different.
really good one.
I was getting lots of different kinds of things going on, man. I mean, you know,
There was a crap ton of stuff I put in there. I
I
mean,
mean,
there was a little bit of stuff.
a little bit of stuff.
A little bit of stuff.
You got a little bit of the stuff.
Well, thank you guys for trying my
Be cool
treat.
to see what your next creation in the kitchen is.
It very well could be spicy macadamian cookies.
Oh, that'd be
That idea
awesome.
that we kind of brainstormed here on the live stream, that very well might be it. I'm not 100% sold on it yet, but I'd say I'm 80% macadamian spicy nuts.
Oh man, you can't go
Sounds
wrong with
good.
spicy macadamia, man.
Macadamian spicy nuts.
Yeah,
And get some of the white chocolate chips.
yeah, the white chocolate ghost macadamia nuts.
Oh, if I could get my hands on it. Actually, you know what would be really good in there is JT Bear sent me one of the Rice Krispies that he made. And when he
Yeah,
made it, he put in Reaper candy. It was kind of like a white candy.
yeah.
And man, it tasted amazing. Like it had really, really, really good flavor. Like it blew the flavor of my Rice Krispies out of the water. And so
Oh, hey,
I gotta get my hands on some of that stuff.
well, hey man, be sure to hit me up on Hangouts or something because I was thinking about throwing together a little something for you for sending stuff to me. You know,
Oh,
see about throwing in maybe some candies or and some Brando spice in that or something for you. So
well, you put something in there, and I'll add that to my little bit of stuff.
add to the list of the stuff.
I'm
Yeah.
low on my own powder creations, but I'm sure that I could pull together some sort of powder contribution to put in there.
Yeah, I'm all out of. It's unfortunate. I'm all out of maruca powder. I used a little bit too much in those s'mores, but
Okay.
no. But Rob, yeah, no, that'd be great. I'd love to make a community treats, and then send them on back to you in treat form.
Huh. Yeah, that'd be
Yep.
interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Shoot.
I'll get in touch with you about that sometime, Alex, and I might be able to put together some different ones and send something up your way. It would be most likely powder blends from other people, one of which that I know I could probably contribute some of would be Dave's new blend that he released, the La Cuesta, because I've got a
I've heard a
big
lot about that.
shaker of that, and I could most definitely spare some La Cuesta. Yeah.
I've heard a lot
Well,
about that. I
La
was
Cuesta could very possibly be in your next spicy treat.
that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Hey, Alex, check this out.
What's that, Brando? Is that
And brand incredible.
you got a little pod there?
That's supposed to be a purple scorpion. I mean, even though the pod doesn't look purple right now, but I mean, that's what they said it was. So, but yeah, got a couple other guys.
By they, do you mean eBay?
Uh, No, not eBay. It was off Pepper Lovers, actually. So, yeah. I don't know. It was off of Pepper Lovers. I wish I could remember who. It was a while back. But, yeah. So,
Well, it's been fun hanging out, and thanks for having us on, Brando. And thanks again to you, Alex, for sending those. That was really cool of you.
Oh, thanks for having him, man.
oh, no problem, man. Thanks for sending them. That was a pretty good one, man. And yeah, when I can get the stuff together, I'll shoot something your way. And maybe get a video of you eating spicy candy or something.
Oh, I would love to try a spicy candy. Actually, I've only found one thing that was able to put me down in terms of spiciness, and that was one time I tried to eat a spoonful of Maruga powder. It was in one of my videos, and it destroyed me, man. I freaked out, and I was eating ice cream and couldn't handle it. Yeah, it's the only time I couldn't handle my spice.
Oh man. Yeah, that'll get you to light your stomach up, just a spoonful of Maruga powder. Yeah,
Spoonful of Maruga powder keeps everything away.
right. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely take your mind off of things. Well, at least your mind off your problems. But your only problem at that point would be, oh, my belly.
Yeah, you wouldn't be worrying about work stress, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and then until like the next morning, it's like you get into work like, oh man. So, yeah. But, yeah, yeah, a little bit later on, sometime in the next day or two, shoot me your mailing address again just to be sure. And, yeah.
Okay, sounds good, man.
I'll probably need that again as well.
Me and my wheelie chair.
I'm ready. Well, I know it's getting late, and it's a Tuesday night. And sure, I know we got other things to do or take care of, so guess we could get to doing that and then get a little bit of rest. And Mongo, if you hear me, alarm set for 2:30. No, but anyway, all right. All right, guys. If you guys want to say good night to everybody, I guess we could start saying that, and then we could start heading
I guess
away.
I'll start. Good night to everybody in the chat. I can't see the chat right now, so I'm not sure who all's in there, but anybody still out there, it's been fun hanging out. Thanks for tuning in, and thank you, Brando, for having me on, and thank you, Alex, for supplying the fun for me. And I enjoyed it. It was a good time, and until next time, I guess.
All right.
Well, my goodbye is quite simple. Hope you guys are having a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, good one. Alright. Alright, guys. Whoever's watching, be sure to go ahead and check out Alex's page and then check out Rob. And then check out me. We're all on Google Plus and YouTube. So, alright. Check you guys later. Remember the hashtag. Keep it spicy. And check you guys later. Oh, this newfangled technology. Alright, got it. All right. Peace out, everybody.
Later, everyone.
Bye-bye.